Welcome to the Empower House podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Bryant, founder of Empower House, the Brunch Club events, business club mentor, twin mum, and coffee enthusiast. I've been hosting my networking event, the Brunch Club, featuring incredible speakers for 7 years. Now I'm bringing the Brunch Club experience and more to your ears. Come and join the community. Find us on Instagram at empower.house. Hello, welcome back to the Empower House podcast. I have a bit of an interesting day today. It is the first event at our new venue for the Brunch Club at Surfers Pavilion. We've been at our previous venue, Hyde Paradiso, for a bit over 3 years. And the only reason that we left them was because they're closing to renovate and rebrand. That was meant to happen this month, but it's been pushed for a couple months more. We have to move anyway, so I got everything organised. We found a new venue, decided on the menu, did all the things, and just pulled the trigger on it. So we had our first event with our host Joyce and our speaker Carolyn. It was lovely. We are on the water. It's got a beautiful view of the river. The food was excellent. They did really well on service, and we've actually got a lot more room in that space to be able to grow the event. So typically the event that we were having at Hyde is about 30 people every month, but we could have had a bigger event there, but it just meant taking over a different area of the venue, which we do when we were doing the International Women's Day and that sort of stuff. So there is always the opportunity to grow there, but this area of Surfers Pavilion has that space without being mixed in with the rest of the patrons there. So I don't know, it might be the next evolution of Brunch Club. So very exciting. The other part of today that is interesting to me anyway is 12 months ago today, I had it confirmed that I was pregnant. Now, I did not know that I was having twins at the time, but it was 12 months ago today, and I kept that secret for a couple of days. It's my birthday in a couple of days, and I was going to see all of my family, mine and my boyfriend's family. We were all going to have breakfast together, and we were going to share the news with everybody and all that sort of thing. His whole family ended up with gastro, and so they couldn't come, but my family were there, and so I told them, which was very special, and there was a lot of shock and surprise and joy, of course, but it was a special day. So today, 12 months ago, found out that my life was going to change, but the thing I did not realize was how much my life was going to change. Being pregnant was really difficult. I had a dreadful pregnancy. I was sick for 5 months of it. If you know anything about twins, you know that they come early. So they also were 6 weeks premature. I was huge. I had a big, big belly, which was pretty uncomfortable. But, you know, the last couple of months of the pregnancy were certainly better than the first lot. But the thing that I didn't realize was how difficult it was going to be to get back into work or to find a way to make motherhood and business work. And I do understand that I am only in the early stages of this. My girls are 5 months old, but I keep getting asked a question, and that is, how are you doing it all? To be very blunt, I am not doing it all. I'm not even doing half the things and doing them well. So I think I needed some time to come to terms with the fact that while I am used to being very efficient and productive and getting the things done and all of that, that's just not the season that I'm in right now. And that was going to have to be okay. So I have my system that does a lot of work for me. And if you've listened to previous episodes of this podcast, you will know that I did a big overhaul of my business about 18 months ago, and it has been the best thing that I have ever done, especially now I have 2 little ones hanging off me. I have a VA, which I didn't have before. So the new system allowed me to bring on that VA the system and the processes, have the support, which has been amazing. And then as well, we expanded the Brunch Club events from just the one on the Gold Coast to also one in Brisbane, and we brought on event hosts. So we have Courtney Dubois in Brizzy and Joyce Santiago on the Gold Coast, which is fabulous. I could not, now I know this, I could not have kept those events running myself, because I was hosting, I was organizing, I was doing all the things. There is a lot of time involved in doing all of this stuff. And, you know, I've been putting in all of this energy for a really long time. We've been doing the networking events for 7 years. And that's just one part of my business. That's one day a month. It's now 2 days a month because we've got Gold Coast and Brizzy. But it's, you know, just one thing that happens during the month that I've been doing that I now realize I couldn't have kept going on my own. So I'm very fortunate to have the support of my event hosts and my BA, and have the system to do things for me where I am not physically having to take the information and transfer it from system to system. So answer the question, how are you doing it all? I'm not. I haven't had a single one-on-one session, though I would like to get back into those. I am still doing my mastermind, and at that time, my mum is babysitting the girls for me. And today she took on babysitting while I went to Brunch Club on my own. So it's just a matter of doing what you can do when you can do it. So that's my answer to how are you doing it all? I'm just not. And having to come to terms with even the things that I'm doing, I'm not doing particularly well, certainly not to my own standards anyway. And there's probably a lesson in letting go and having done be good enough and all of that sort of stuff. But it's been quite the adjustment, and not in the ways that I expected it to be. Being that we are now 5 months in, the girls are very close to being on solids, or starting solids anyway, you know, with teething and doing all of that sort of stuff. And so things are going to change again. I'm looking at daycare of some description so that I can get back into my own work. There were all these hours that were available for work and networking and thinking about business, and you know, you could do 12-hour days and all of that sort of stuff. And I used to love doing that. I'd get so wrapped up in a project that I'd just sit there and work and lose the entire day to getting this stuff done, which just isn't a possibility for me right now. So looking forward to getting them into some care so that I can start dipping my toes back into that work a little bit. As I've shared in another one of these episodes, I am working at night, in the middle of the night when they are sleeping, in between some feeds. I probably get an hour and a half of work done in that time. They're in the middle of waking every sort of half hour to 45 minutes at the moment. So that's even become a bit challenging. But I'm trying to go with the flow. I'm trying to be the person that doesn't get too caught up in, oh, I haven't got this done, I haven't got that done. But it's honestly against my personality. It feels like I'm trying to give myself an entire personality transplant by doing that. But that's the season that we're in. 5-month-old twins, no joke. I did, however, manage to start this podcast since becoming a mum, which is quite cool. I decided that if it was going to happen, I was just going to start recording while I was out walking. So that's what I'm doing right now, is taking the girls on laps of the dog park because they will sleep while I walk. As a new mum, I definitely have my L plates on in a big way, because every day is something new, and then it's also not. It's very strange. It's like Groundhog Day, but you've got a new challenge every day to overcome. If I can give one piece of advice, it is that you won't be able to do it all, and you do need the support, and that your expectations from your life before children aren't going to suit your life after children. So go easy on yourself. You're not meant to do it all alone. They are, as cliched as it sounds, it does take a village, and we are supposed to be doing this within a community of people. I am so fortunate to have family and friends and people around me to support me, and they help us with the babies and babysit and, take care of them while I go and have a nap because I'm tired, friends. But if that isn't something that you have, then my heart goes out to you because it's really tough, and it's tough even with the support. So I couldn't imagine how that must be feeling for somebody listening out there that doesn't have that. So if you are a new parent and you are feeling like you're getting it all wrong because you're not ticking these boxes and you're not making the progress that you would want to make, it may be time to relax your expectations. I'm not saying do away with them. I'm just saying that you're in a new season, and that was something that was shared with me by a woman that I know at one of my events recently. She told me, for better or for worse, it's going to change, and you just have to look at your life as seasons. Right now, I am in new mum season, and as sure as winter becomes spring, it's going to change, and with that will be a whole new world of possibilities, but also challenges. So that's me trying to go with the flow. I've been told that my appearance on social media looks a certain kind of way, and that it sometimes comes across as everything's perfect and all of that sort of stuff, and that it's nice to see behind the mask a little bit. I think it's important to remember that when the shit is hitting the fan, I'm probably not picking up my phone to film it. So you do see a lot of the highlight reel when the girls are being cute and everything looks fun and sweet. And don't get me wrong, they are beautiful, and I'm very fortunate that they're happy and healthy and all of those things. Even with them coming 6 weeks preemie, they've done very well. But on the other side, I don't sleep. Hygiene has become somewhat of a luxury, and it has been a big adjustment for me, for my boyfriend, for my whole family, my dogs even. I feel guilty about not getting them out for walks more often because, trust me, 2 dogs and a double pram is quite the effort, especially with my old fella being less than able. He's suffering with a bit of arthritic pain and that sort of stuff. So he can't go very far anymore. So it's become a whole different kind of struggle to get them all out together. And there's only so many hours in the day. So here you go, a little peek behind the curtain. How am I doing it all? I'm just not. I'm letting balls drop left, right, and center, and just trying to be okay with that. I'll pick them up later. Right now, I'm doing my best to just enjoy them while they are babies, and realizing that they're not going to be babies forever. They're going to go to school. They're going to do all of these things. And I've had a business for a long time. At this point, it's not going anywhere. It's not closing down. I'm not falling off the face of the earth, although it feels like it sometimes. I come up and realize that I haven't written back to a message from 2 weeks ago, which is so unlike me, but it just is what it is right now, and that's perfectly okay. Shout out to all of the new parents and the journey of discovery that they are on right now. It's amazing how much you can achieve on so little sleep. I hope that you have found a way to be supported in your new parent era, and just sending you lots of love and hope for a restful night. That is it from me today. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the podcast. I will see you next time.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the podcast. If you enjoyed it, please send this to somebody who you think will enjoy it too. Don't forget to leave a review so I can reach more people just like you.